So grateful that I got to interview the authors of this book, Tools Not Rules, Claudia Bertolone-Smith and Marlene Moyer. They were awesome and really revolutionized kind of an understanding of classroom management. I bet for a lot of folks, this book is really like true to the value set that I hold and not punitive and just rooted in honesty and dignity of kids. It's super cool. Okay, so let's take a look at the basic framework. I'm going to share with you this link. They have this link for free. It is a resource for people on the book's website, so I'll link to that as well. Take a look. From their book, Tools Not Rules. So we have word triad. So there's 3 groups of 3. So here is like, where are you operating from? And this is really a self-assessment for children to be able to go in. And I say children of all ages. This is really good for, I think. And they color code as well. So blue, green, and orange. So in blue, this is what they call shirking. So this is where they know what they're supposed to do. They have the understanding, but they're choosing not to. Sometimes they're confused and they're not sure what to do, or they're angry for another reason, but they're not doing what they need to be doing. Working, they understand, they're completing it. And showboating, they're really trying to get outside attention at an inappropriate time. So they might be really good at this. It might be too easy for them. They want attention in some other way, right? This is the example where they just are saying, here's the answer to all these questions. This is super easy for me. Now, when things get difficult, what could happen? A student could get stuck, right? So they're doing kind of nothing. Serious, so it's challenging, but I'm going to ask questions to keep myself going. I'm going to use my resources and my understanding of how to keep working hard, or I could get silly. So I am going to go into like kind of class clown mode and try to get other people to pay attention and laugh at me, or laugh with me rather. Choose your approach. So here, right, what are students really doing in the moment? So they could be acting passive, assertive, or aggressive, and here's what those mean. So in passive, they're really sitting quietly. They don't want people to know that they're not sure how to do this, that this work is really challenging. So they're just going to kind of not raise their hand, not say that they're confused, and they don't want to be embarrassed. They're going to be quiet. Assertive is when things are unclear, right? They're confused, but what they do is they actually ask for help or ask a student for help so that they can actually move forward. Right, they're being assertive about their needs. And then aggressive, finally, is I'm going to actually have a lot of hard feelings about the challenging assignment. It's going to come out as anger. And my behavior is going to reflect that anger. So I might shout. I might hit something. I might say, I'm not doing anything. I might act out in some way that is kind of like verbally loud or physically loud in the space, and I'm still not getting what I need, right? So in all of these, right, the blue is kind of that like quiet kind of pulling in. That orange is kind of externalizing my frustration or confusion, and then the green is kind of where I want to be in all of those. So again, go ahead, look at this, take a closer look, skim through all the words. I love this framework for a lot of reasons. One, mostly because it puts students back in the driver's seat of really, I can self-assess. I am taking these understandings of where I could be, how my behavior and my emotions kind of could come out. And it's really like SEL at its best. So I am not just looking at the castle framework on the wall, right? Or memorizing some words about emotions. I am actively determining where I am in each scenario. I am evaluating. I am naming the thing, perhaps for myself, perhaps for my teacher. And then I'm making a plan to move forward, right? Oh, I'm showboating. Okay, I should stop showboating. First, I got to realize that I'm showboating. And now I need to get to that green, right? I need to get serious. Or whatever that piece was. I can't remember what that word was. The green and the showboating, right? And that is going to help me move forward.